everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I'm Annalie.
And I am Patricia.
And today we are going to discuss another Reddit story. And it is about sex.
Ooh.
S-E-X.
The X.
But before then...
Or X.
I mean X. We're going to talk about X. But before then, as always...
Yes.
Self-care time.
Because self-care...
Yeah.
We have to always make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, doing all those things that we need to do on a daily basis. So that we can, be upbeat and ready to get out there in those streets and do what we got to do so we can reach our goals and come out on the other side in one piece.
And I will say, working, even if you're not a workout person, starting something that's more like, not so challenging like yoga or anything can really make a difference. Just getting those, moving, stretching, whatever it is, can really make a big difference.
Yeah, or just walk down the street.
Walking. Yeah, yes, walking. Yes, anything like that. I will say too, because I'd never done yoga before, but when you go to a class, you're going to meet people also.
Oh, okay.
And
good.
Actually, a lot of the people in the place I went to, there was a lot of same age women. So, that's kind of nice to have that. Of course, they're all married, but still, it's kind of nice to, chit chat with people your own age and that kind of stuff. Maybe get some friends if you're into that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, we are going to talk about X. Yes, we are. And in this particular case, the lack of X. It's right. Because sometimes it's the lack of X that might be problematic. So, she is a 52-year-old female, 57-year-old male. When they got together, he said he wanted to wait a bit with intimacy, but she did not think that it would take this long.
My goodness.
No X after 7 months.
Oh, okay.
We're in an established, committed relationship. We have hugged, kissed, but nothing further. I have no reason to think he's entertaining others. He's very transparent. It has actually been nice dating without sex, but I'm getting a bit perturbed about it. I've spoke to a close friend about this, and she asked about health issues.
Yes, that's what I would think, like something's wrong with him physically.
She knows that he's pre-diabetic, has sleep apnea.
Oh, good gracious.
And is about 100 pounds overweight.
There you go. Boom. Bingo.
We get along well outside of no sex. X. Can I say sex? I'm going to say sex.
Say it.
We knew each other for years before getting into a relationship.
Okay.
She's saying, help, guidance, please. I've never been in a situation like this. I'm ready to throw in the towel and just go back to what we had 8 months ago, which I assume was a friendship.
Right. And it seems like that's what you're in right now. But my thing is, and what I always say, have you talked?
Yes, it's about the communication. Because you should know. Because at the very least, she should have more information than this. Or is she not sharing the more information?
Maybe, but it doesn't sound like they've had any conversation about it at all.
Yeah,
but I would think you're reaching out to other people. What about, why are you wondering? Like, I'm confused as to why you're confused.
I've been confused a lot in my life, but when I tell you I'm confused right now, I mean it. I am freaking confused. What are you saying?
That's my confusion.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
Of course, there's people replying.
Yes. Okay, we'll see.
One says issues with ED.
Yes, and that's I would be talking
and
about
not
that
ready to discuss, just
Yes.
guessing.
Yes.
ED is, of course, erectile dysfunction for those people who don't know what that is. Let's see. As an older male, often it's about insecurity. It's probably been a long time since he's had sex, and he may be worried about whether he can perform or not. I think this is a place where you have to bring it up. If you're willing to reassure him that you will deal with it either way, he might be willing to try. If he knows he can't perform, you need to know.
Yes, that's why the conversation and the weight. There's 100 pounds. I don't know what that looks like for him. I don't know.
If you bring it up in a way that assures him you're not judging or belittling, he may open up. It helped me.
Oh, so he's talking from experience.
He knows.
But yeah, no one's belittling, but we need to be conversating. We need to be talking.
Someone says being 100 pounds overweight probably doesn't help.
Like that's probably the bigger issue.
This one says can't have a fulfilling intimate relationship without good communication.
Yes, I don't understand why she is wondering.
The longer you let it stew, the more likely it will blow up when finally breached. This one says, hold on, where's the communication about the elephant in the room? 7 months?
What are you talking? Why are you reaching out to Reddit and haven't had a conversation? The Reddit thing should be about what his response was.
Oh, here's someone. I dated a man like that. Turned out he had ED.
Yeah.
He went to the doctor, got some little blue pills, and we proceeded.
Yes,
he was whooping and hollering about how great it was. I didn't feel a thing.
Oh. What did she say?
She did say that.
She did?
Whooping
But he
and
was
hollering.
He was hooping and hollering. And she was like, what? Are you, what?
She was like, what's happening? What?
Oh my God. So that's not a good story then. Is that, did she tell it as a good story or as a cautionary tale? Like,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened.
It started out as a good story, but that last part threw me. Like she was like, he's hooping and hollering. And I'm over here.
I thought that was a win-win story, and no.
She said, he over here hooping and hollering, and I'm over here like, what the world just happened? Literally.
Whoa.
That is something. That is funny.
The extra weight, pre-diabetes, and sleep apnea is a scary combination.
Yeah, like I think that's probably the situation right there. But I'm sure there's ED involved.
Oh my God, the person I can't even say it. The person that wrote this said, yes, all stomach, big firm stomach. Big firm.
That's the weight. Yeah, it's tight. It's tight.
It's firm.
It's tight. So,
it's firm because the fat is hard packed internally.
Oh, goodness. I thought they all were tight.
I never thought about it that way. Packed fat. Okay. I didn't know this. Apparently, there's differences between men and women when it comes to abdominal fat. Men seem to have fat packed around their internal organs, pressing the muscles outward, and women seem to have more on top of the muscles. I've never heard of this phenomenon.
That's why when they say if you're like people at the gym that are way overweight and they're working on their abs, thinking that at some point. It's the abs are being worked on, but it's the fat is covering it.
Oh,
They have to get rid of the fat, do the
Oh,
cardio,
yeah.
and then they'll show the abs.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. I dated someone like this, big belly in the stomach with no knowledge of the ED. He was in denial most of the months together and refused to get help or even discuss it.
See, you can't, that's not communication.
Oh, let's say that I lost interest in him within months. Why would he not want to get himself fixed up? I read also that this body type leads to ED, and ED is an early indicator of a major health crisis.
Oh, goodness.
Somebody says maybe he has a micro penis. Very unlikely.
Well,
Could
that
be.
other lady, she was saying, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Oh, she said she
yeah,
hooping and hollering.
He was hooping and hollering.
And she was like, what?
She was like, what? Are you serious? But yeah, there's something going on that he's just avoiding. So,
Oh my Lord. Now we're really getting to it.
Oh gosh.
This guy says, as a grower, I'm above average when I'm erect, but when I'm limp, it looks very, very, very small.
And that's him talking. Who's saying
Combine this with occasional ED issues, and it can be pretty stressful. Not getting hard could be bearable if you're comfortable being naked limp, but it can be embarrassing if you're not, because it's teeny tiny. It's
T90. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh gosh, yes. I mean, yeah.
You'd be surprised at the amount of men who refuse to get little blue pills.
They don't want to juice because they're thinking they're still that 20-year-old when they're not.
Yep.
Juice. No one cares. Who cares? You're juicing.
Yep. It's funny because today I went in for my physical, female PA I'd never seen before. We reviewed my medications and she asked about renewing my Cialis. And I asked about alternatives that don't have the side effects of snoring. And there's not really any. And then we go on to discuss my cholesterol medication. It's not that freaking hard to talk about. It's crazy that guys have so much apprehension and shame around it. And and I think medical professionals, they're not going to bat an eye if you talk about this. They're like, it would be like anything.
Because they know that's the age where you start having those discussions.
Yeah.
So it's normal.
Yeah, that is not.
But
that should not be a thing.
Yeah, but they're trying to be, what else. But yeah. It's a real thing.
Those pills didn't work for my ex-boyfriend. It helped a little, but he still couldn't get firm enough. And then somebody says same.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going to help everybody, but I think the majority, right?
Yep. He may not be healthy enough for sex, 100-pound overweight, pre-diabetic, sleep apnea.
Yeah, that's...
here's a medical professional weighing in. All of the things you mentioned are risk factors for ED. If hypertension or smoking is added, it's highly likely that it's ED. Most of those things can be improved upon, but it might not resolve it.
Yeah.
The typical Viagra meds work for some people, but not all.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be reticent to having a long-term relationship with someone so unhealthy at this age. Ooh, harsh.
Good gracious.
Oopsie.
And that's a medical professional. See, I don't pay a lot of attention to the physical, medical. I don't. But it seems like the older guys, like the ones in their 60s, they usually give that information. They say, well, I'm healthy and da-da-da. Because I guess people think,
Someone says, have you talked to him about this recently?
No.
And have you expressed that you're ready for intimacy? And she goes, no further discussion since the first discussion 2 months in. So they are really not talking to each other, which is funny because you would think since they were friends
Right.
first,
They would be able to.
you'd have more
Yeah.
communication and easier communication.
But no, she's not. And there's a reason she's not, because she's thinking, because of how much she knows him, how well she knows him, she's already thinking that if I bring this up, this is going to happen. Because usually that's the reason you don't bring things up, is because you already know in your head what is more likely to happen. So she already knows that, and that's why she's been leaving it alone.
Somebody's asking to define micropenis.
Oh my gosh.
It says micropenis is rare. Only about 6 out of 1,000 men globally.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because
actually, that sounds high to me. 6 out of 1,000. That kind of seems high. To me. That sounds.
But I'm
high.
sure that it exists. What was the 2? It was like 2 inches or something like that, 2.5 inches. I think when we looked it up.
Yeah, somebody says he needs to make lifestyle changes to be a good partner. Maybe he's embarrassed to be seen naked.
Yeah, that could be, because he got the big round.
No joke.
Yeah, that's real.
That can be real for people, men and women. Yeah. Although I would think, I don't know, since they were friends, I would just think that there would be more.
And they would be more comfortable
trust
with. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So she already knows how he's going to react.
Maybe she does. Maybe that's what it is.
So she already knows.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
And so she's not bringing it up. She's going to kick the can until it just blows up. At some point, she's going to get so frustrated, it's going to be an ugly mess. Because he's going to say something to her like, well, you don't do it. She's going to say, whoa, me? Are we really? What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not talking about it. I don't know. I don't understand.
He might be asexual. It's a thing.
Well, here's the thing.
But then she would know that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a friend. Yeah, she's a friend.
She knows that man.
Know that.
And why wouldn't that be a discussion when we get into this relation? Like all that, all this wondering, she shouldn't be wondering.
Oh, somebody has STD?
Oh. Well, still, then you can go and get treatment, or now if it's still, then that's different. But still, communicate. Like, why isn't that communicated?
Yes.
But yeah, there could be a million things, more than likely.
Oh my Lord.
I'm thinking.
He's gay but doesn't want to admit it to himself.
That could
be. I mean, it actually
But she knows him. They knew. Why wouldn't she? Oh, I guess maybe he could have kept that from her. And it could be.
Somebody said, why are you asking Reddit when you can ask him in person?
That's my thing from off rip. Why are you wondering? Why are you typing away?
Yeah. I mean, it goes on and on. So
she doesn't want. She already knows
on and on in that
she doesn't
same
want
line.
The reaction. She knows how he's going to react, and she doesn't want that. So he's going to react unfavorably, and she already knows that.
She probably already knows since she's known him. So so this is a thing. But that's actually not I'm going to say that's a problematic relationship if you can't communicate and you know the person's
done already.
Oh, maybe we should go back to friends.
Well, they are.
Well, they are friends. But even more friend zone, where you don't kiss anymore.
Right. No kissing.
Friend zone.
Yeah.
Right.
Friend zone. Yeah.
So
they're in the friend zone.
Maybe that's where it needs to go
and stay.
It
needs to rest there.
Yes. So yes, let us know what you guys think about this story. Should she stay with it? Should she go back?
Not. Have the conversation. Let him fly off the handle like he's gonna do, and let her go on and move on to something else.
Yep,
that's what I'm thinking. Or he can get his medical stuff and check. And if he can't, move on. Move on like Maya. Move on like Maya.
So let us know what you think. We are on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And if you watch on Spotify or YouTube, make sure you subscribe, give us thumbs up,
leave a comment because we reply to all of our comments. We love engagement.
Yep. Until next time, don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect.
and connect.
Oh.
There it is.
Everyone.